What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of Big Pat Sports Talk with some Giants news and opinions for you here. I'm going to play this clip right here of Neal, and I'm going to talk about some of the opinions that I've seen on Twitter about Mr. Neal going on in here in training camp. But let's play the clip and let's get into it. Let's talk some Neal. All right, as you can see, Mr. Neal has been struggling, and I will say struggling mightily in training camp so far this year, especially in the padded practices, a couple of padded practices. And he's had some bad moments in quite a few practices. As you can see here with the film, he's holding, he's getting spin moves put on him, he's getting bull rushed, and he's not getting to his point and anchoring down before the D lineman can make a move. As you can see, O'Shane Ximines just runs right past him. Did it again here on this play. That would have been a sack. As you can see, O'Shane Ximines has really been giving him the business this camp, hasn't he? And you can see that the way that he's playing right now, as far as camp, he's going to get a lot of penalties and he's going to give up some sacks. As you can see right here, the way he's playing right now. But Giants fans, I'm going to give you an opinion that might not be popular. I'm glad that he's getting beat like this. I'm glad he's getting beat like a drum like this so far in training camp. You want to know why? Because he's a rookie. Yes, he was a high drafted rookie. He was the second tackle drafted in this year's draft and number 7 to our New York Giants. But this is actually satisfying to see. The reason why is because my idea of our front 7 being dominant is showing. He is getting dominated by our front 7 because our front 7 might be one of the best in the league. And for a rookie, that's very tough to play against when you're just getting your feet wet. You're just learning how to set your feet and set your hands. And I'm glad they're dominating him. Let Neal take his lumps right now here in camp, because you don't want to see this in the regular season. Let him go against some absolute monsters every day at practice. Let him go against Thibodeau, who has something to prove. He has a chip on his shoulder because he believed that he was the best player in this past year's draft, which I think he was, to be honest with you. Let him play against O'Shane Ximines, who's fighting for his NFL career and showing tremendous progress in this year's camp. I know a lot of people don't like O'Shane Ximines, but he's been showing up in camp. Let him go against Roche, who's playing for playing time, who was pretty much ditched by the Pittsburgh Steelers that came to this Giants team last year and gave us very good minutes, and shined in the run game last year. But now he has to prove that he could be a pass rusher, and he has a chip on his shoulder. He has something to prove. And don't forget to mention Ojulari is not even at camp, so it might have been even worse if Ojulari was here at camp. I know people are afraid of seeing our offensive lineman getting beat like a drum like this. And you have some obvious concerns. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be concerned, but what I'm saying is I'm actually happy that he's getting beat like a drum, because that just shows me that our front 7 can be as good as I think they can be, and maybe even better. And if Neal's going to take lumps, then let him get his lumps by his own team. Let him get his lumps by his own team. Because I would be a little bit concerned if they weren't giving him lumps and our front 7 were just getting dominated by Neal. There's a flip side to everything, because if our front 7 is just being dominated by Neal, that means our defense is not going to be as good as we thought it could be. Does this mean that Neal's a bust? No. I've seen that on Twitter already. Oh, Evan Neal's a bust. Look, he can't even block O'Shane Ximines. He sucks. What are you talking about? This is training camp. This is his very first training camp. This is his first time putting the pads on against the NFL caliber players. So once he gets that speed down pat, he's going to be dominant. Now, you can show these highlights all day, but they're not going to show you the highlights where he actually locked down Thibodeau and he actually locked down a couple of people. You know, they're always going to bring up your bad plays and put a video like this together to show you your bad plays and to make you look like the worst player in the world. Just like the opposite. They got a player, they can put all his great plays together and make him look like the best thing since sliced bread. So we have to be extra concerned about Evan Neal? No. Should we have a little bit of concern? Yes, because he is getting beat like a drum. He's getting embarrassed. These reps right here, it's a little embarrassing. He's grabbing, he's holding, he's falling all over the place. And I'm saying this is a good thing. Let him take his lumps now. Let him take his lumps right now by a good to great front seven. So when I see this, I'm actually excited about our defense because I think he's going against some great competition every single rep. He's not getting any breaks. He's playing against Thibodeau. He's playing against Roche. He's going to be playing against Ellerson Smith. He's going to be playing against O'Shane Ximines. When Ojulari gets back, he's going to be playing against Ojulari. And him getting constant reps against all those guys is going to be tremendous for his growth. It's going to be tremendous for his growth because if I'm able to hold my own against these guys who could be a top front seven in this league, when you come and your defense is not up to par, I'm going to dominate. So let's not bash the man for having some bad practices. Let's encourage him to shake back. Let's encourage him to show his character. Let's encourage him to go out there and be the dominant tackle that we know that he can be. Not gonna lie to you, these highlights are bad. He's getting beat like a drum. But I guarantee you he's not gonna be like this in a regular season. Give him a couple of games. Will he give up some pressures here and there? Yes, because he's a rookie. Andrew Thomas went through the same thing. I'm quite sure OG Bobby Johnson is talking to him right now. Hey, look, young fella, you're going to have to get your feet set. This game is way faster than what Alabama was. Get your feet set and get your hands on somebody and stonewall them. As you can see, his hand placement is not very good right now. And he's not getting out his break as fast as he should. And shout out to Classified 3F with Joe. We actually broke down Evan Neal before the draft, and we said this. We said that his movement can be trouble against speed edge rushers. And guess what? That's what we have. Ximines, speed edge rusher. Thibodeau, speed edge rusher. Roche is turning into a speed edge rusher. Ojulari, speed edge rusher. We have multiple edge rushers that goes against Evan Neal's weakness in my eyes, which is the speed edge rusher. The Von Miller types. You know, because you're not really going to overpower them. You're not. But if you got that speed to get that dip against Evan Neal right now, you have a chance to beat him. So OG Bobby Johnson, get him coached up. Get his confidence back because he's playing. It looks like he's not confident right now. You know, he's not used to getting beat. He's not used to getting beat. So his confidence has to come back. And this is going to build character for him. And if I was Wink Martindale, I keep telling those guys go hard at Evan Neal every single time until he gets it. Show me what you're worth. I don't know if he has to put in a couple of extra reps or it looks mental to me. It's not the physical. It looks mental. and it looks technique-wise. And technique and mental, well, mental can't be coached. He has to be mentally strong for himself, but the technique can be coached. But the athleticism, the strength is there. Get him coached up a little bit more technique, and let's see what he does. But for the fans that are just writing him off and saying he's another Nate Solder and he's just going to be terrible because he's getting beat in training camp, that's ridiculous. Every team doesn't have a Kayvon Thibodeau. Every team doesn't have a Roche. Every team doesn't have Zimenez, who's playing out of his mind right now. Every team is not going to have an Ojulari. So him going against these guys and getting beat like a drum, I'm proud that our defensive front seven is beating him like a drum because he's a rookie, and those guys out there have to prove themselves. Every last one of our edge rushers have something to prove. Thibodeau has something to prove because he should have been the #1 pick in his eyes. Zimenez has something to prove. He has to prove that he's an NFL player. Roche has to prove that he's an NFL rusher and not just a big DN that can stop the run. He wants to get some edge rush presence. Ellerson Smith has to prove that he can be an NFL caliber edge rusher and learn the game. Ojulari has to prove that he can step up and be a premier pass rusher for the New York Giants. It's a huge legacy here, pass rushers, man, from Lawrence Taylor all the way up to OCU Manure and JPP, Strahan. That legacy's coming back. Wink Martindale is coming back. You got to think, Wink Martindale is probably telling those guys to go at Evan Neal extremely hard every time they go against him. Don't let this rookie beat you. You're a veteran. You're Kayvon Thibodeau. You're Quincy Roche. You want to prove that you could get in there and edge rush? You want some edge rush minutes? Go in there and prove it. Beat this rookie like a drum. I guarantee you that's what's going on. And Evan Neal, sorry, you just happen to be the person that they're going against extra hard. You're probably the person that they have to prove themselves against. I can guarantee that's what Wink Martindale do. If you can't beat this rookie, how you expect to get on this field to get these edge rush minutes and get these pass rush minutes that you want so bad? Roche, you let this rookie dominate you, you're not going to get those minutes. O'Shane Zimenez, you let this rookie dominate you, you're cut. And who's going to pick him up after that? You got to think, man, this man O'Shane Zimenez is fighting for his NFL career. You mean to tell me that he's going to let a rookie take that away from him? I doubt it. These edge rushers, man, I'm telling you, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, man, they got something to prove, and they're playing together, and they're looking dominant. So, heck yeah, I expect Evan Neal to struggle against these guys, man. These guys are super motivated, and they're fighting for jobs, fighting for minutes, fighting for snaps. Of course they're going to go hard at Evan Neal. He's the rookie. I'm not finna let this rookie take away my snaps, take away my minutes, take away my money, take away food out my kids' mouths, because if I'm not making money, I'm not putting food on the table. So they looking at Evan Neal as lunch right now, and anybody they go against is lunch right now. So that's my take on the Evan Neal situation, his struggles in camp. It's unfortunately that it's happening right now, but I'm not worried because it's training camp. Get your lumps out right now. Because if you get beat like a drum now, you're not going to get beat like a drum later if you have character. And I think this kid has great character, and I think he has a great mindset, and he's not going to continue to take a beating like this. He hasn't done it all the way up into the NFL, so why start now? But that's my take on the Evan Neal situation, his struggles going on in camp. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, I didn't rub some people the wrong way. Hopefully, you guys are understanding where I'm coming from when I'm saying I'm glad he's getting beat like a drum right now by our front seven, because that just allows me to know that our front seven is real. And now Evan Neal, I'm not gonna say he's at a crossroads, but Evan Neal, you gotta have to get yourself together. You're gonna have to get your confidence back. You're gonna have to work on your technique. Your size don't matter to these guys out here. They got chips on their shoulder, and they looking at you like lunch. And right now they eating. So it's up to you to stop them from eating. But that's my take. You guys hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy or if you think I'm wrong about this. And let me know what do you think about Evan Neal so far as a New York Giant. Also, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that blue join button and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk and join the Big Blue crew. Soon as I get enough members to go ahead and start and give away free giveaways, I'm going to do that. I'm extremely proud of you guys of supporting the channel. Almost at 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for getting me to 1,000 followers on Twitter. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love that you guys give. But these takes on Evan Neal that I've seen on Twitter saying that he's going to be a bust and things like that, it's absolutely ludicrous to me. Let him get his lumps now and let him learn later. Because soon, I think it's going to be very soon, you're going to see Evan Neal giving out some lumps. So, thank you guys for watching. And until the next episode, peace. This has been a Big Blue Crew production.